So today we're going to be solving basic operations with functions. We're going to be doing four different exercises, each with their subsets of parts, and we're going to be looking into how to solve them. First, we're asked to find the following function: 4x squared plus 3x minus 2. And we're asked to substitute a 0 for x, b 4 for x, c -4 for x, d -x for x, e invert the function, f substitute x plus 1 for x, g substitute 3x for x, and finally f substitute x plus h for x. So first, let's start with the first one, 0. This one's pretty straightforward because, as you can see, if we substitute 0 for x, this part of the operation becomes 0. And if you substitute 0 into this one, this part of the operation also becomes 0, leaving us only with -2. So the answer for A in this one will be -2. Pretty straightforward. Now we get into the more, it's not really complicated, but you have to do a little bit more thinking than just 0, which is we start to get into actual numbers. So 4. For this one, you have to substitute into all of the x's in this operation. So right here and right here, x, which will then give you 4 times, open parenthesis 4, close parenthesis 4, squared plus 3 times, open parenthesis 4, close parenthesis, minus 2. You follow PEMDAS. You take 4 squared, which will give you 16. 4 times 16 plus 3 times 4 is 12, minus 2. So I have to clear this operation. So let's clear that. 4 times 16 is 64. Plus 12 minus 2. Now you have a simple add and subtract operation. As the rules of math state, you go from this side all the way to this side. So 64 plus 12, 76, minus 2, 74. Now for the second one, C. We're asked to substitute 4 as well, but this time -4. This will then be the same process, but with a negative included, so a little bit more complicated. You have 4, open parenthesis, -4, squared, plus 3, open parenthesis, -4, minus 2. Now, you follow PEMDAS. You first have to clear this part right here out. And to do so, you have to use the exponent. So the exponent cancels out the negative, and you will have 4 times 16. Since -4 times -4 is 16. You have plus, and 3 times -4 is -12. So this actually shouldn't be a plus, but a minus. 12. And finally minus 2. Still have this operation to clear. So we'll do that. Once again, 4 times 16 is 64. So 64 minus 12 minus 2. Once again, the rules of math. You will have 52 and then minus 2. It will be equal to 50. Afterwards, we're asked to substitute x for negative x. Pretty simple. So you start with your original operation 4, but this time negative x squared plus 3 negative x minus 2. Once again, we have the same scenario that with the negative 4 right here. Negative x squared will give you positive x. So it will be 4x squared. You have this operation now here. You have to multiply inside the parentheses to remove the parentheses. So you will have negative 3x, then minus 2. Pretty simple. Then you have, we're asked to do to invert the operation. This is also pretty simple. You just take all the numbers that you had in the operation previous and you invert them. So we had 4x squared, then 3x, then 2. It's as if you had put a parenthesis here.
Yes, sir, there is
right
no
here,
evidence to upload the link.
and you multiplied it by -1, an imaginary -1. But you just invert the operation. So this 4x squared will turn into a -4x squared. This 3x, which was positive before, will turn into a -3x squared. And then this 2 that was a negative before, negative times negative is positive, so it will turn positive. So now you have -4x squared minus 3x plus 2, completely inverted. Afterwards, we are asked to substitute x for x plus 1. Now we start to get into the more complicated part of operations with functions, which is, binomials and having to turn them into a trinomial. So 4x plus 3, x plus 1, minus 2, the humble 2. So right here, we have a squared. So we have to multiply this times itself. In order to do so, we must follow a method called the FOIL method. It stands for first, outside, inside, and last. It dictates how situations like this should be approached. So if we follow the FOIL method, we're gonna have to multiply like so, right here. X plus 1 times itself, x plus 1, which will be then first x times x squared right here, outside x times 1, so plus x, inside x times 1 plus x, and finally last, so right here, oh sorry, not like that, like this, 1 times 1, which is 1 squared, which is 1. So now you're left with x squared plus 2x plus 1. Pretty simple. So now you go ahead and substitute that into this. After doing that whole operation, you're now left with 4 times x squared plus 2x plus 1. Then 3 times x is 3x plus 3, and the humble 2. Now you have to of course remove this parenthesis if you want to keep going with your operation. So in doing so, you multiply 4 times this trinomial right here, which will then give you 4x squared plus 4 times 2 is 8, 8x plus 4 plus 3x plus 3 minus 2. Now, to further simplify this, you of course combine like methods. So there is no other like method to this one. So this one is still 4x squared. You have 2 right here, so that is 11x squared. Sorry, not squared, just 11x. Plus, you have 4 plus 3, 7 minus 2, 5. Plus 5. Boom. Pretty simple, once again. Now, G. In order to do G, you must substitute 3x into these operations. So once again, you have your original operation, which is 4, and then x, the value you have to substitute. 3x squared plus 9x minus 2. Sorry, oh wow. I got completely distracted. This is a 3. And then inside here should be a parenthesis, which has 3, not minus, but x. Close the parenthesis. And now you can have 2x. Perfect. Now, let's start. So, of course, PEMDAS, exponents first. Sorry, parenthesis first, exponents second. So, right here, boom. This is 9x squared, excellent, plus 9x, there we go, minus 2. Now to remove this parenthesis, you have to multiply by 4, which will then give you 36x squared plus 9x minus 2. Pretty easy. Nothing too overcomplicated. Okay, now for the final problem, we're asked to substitute right here x plus h. Oh, sorry, that's not what I was meaning to do. We're supposed to substitute x plus h into the problem. So we have 4 parentheses x plus h squared plus 3 x plus h, then minus 2. So to do this, you have to do the same process that we did 2 problems before this in letter F, which you have to turn this binomial into a polynomial. Since we already did this and we already know the FOIL method, this will be pretty simple. So 4 will turn into, as a rule of thumb, x plus h, whenever you have a problem like this, you can just quickly turn it into this. Times x squared plus 2hx plus h squared. It's given, you know, the FOIL method and all, when you have x plus h squared, it's always going to turn out into this trinomial right here. Pretty simple. So plus 3x, 3 times x, plus 3h minus 2. All right, now you remove parentheses, which is 4x squared plus 2 times 4 is 8, so 8hx plus 4h squared plus 3x plus 3h minus 2. Now you're going to want to combine like terms. However,
Hey guys,
since
so
there
what time
are
again today?
no like terms, you're going to have to just leave it like that. So this long answer is the answer to our final problem for number 3.